Welcome to the Diva Details. Welcome to the Diva Details, where bold, confident women embrace life unapologetically. From love and sex to wellness and reinvention, we keep it raw, real, and powerful. No filters, no limits. Just fearless conversations to help you thrive. Let's dive in with Diva Mia and Diva Cat.
Well, hello, Diva Cat.
Hello, Diva Mia.
How are you today?
I'm good today.
Did you have a great week?
I love the week like this.
Oh.
Sunshine. Sun, please don't go.
Please don't go.
Yeah, I love the sun.
You know, the sun is kind of hard on our skin.
I know. I'm going
Yeah.
to regret it. That's why I need all the help I need because I love the sun too much.
Oh, dude. Are you a sunbather?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. They keep trying to push me to wear sunscreen, and I never do. And I still look young, and I just don't want to.
Well, I wear sunscreen, just my face. They say just to cover it. But do you know what I noticed? My age spot starts showing a lot, even with the sunscreen.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Well, there's modalities to take care of that. But let's start off with today we're going to talk about modalities and things to affect your face. So when you go bathing in the sun, you can actually counteract it with other things.
I know. That's why all the drinks go coming from, I think.
No, the wrinkles come from other places.
But they're always Botox. I love Botox.
Oh, you and your Botox. So tell me about your Botox. What kind of Botox do you use?
I don't know. I just Botox.
Well, there's different kinds, you know.
Is it really?
So there's Botox, and that's the most common used for wrinkles. Most people know about that. There's also, it's called dye sport. I've heard about that. It's faster.
Okay.
It works a broader area, so it's a little bit more concentrated.
Uh-huh.
There's Xeomin, which is kind of a purer form of Botox.
Mm-hmm.
Jeuveau, which I've been hearing a lot
I've
of.
heard a lot of Jeuveau.
It's a newer option. I don't know the specific brand on it. And there's Daxify, and that's also another wrinkle solutions. And different ones are for different wrinkles, right? Some are for lighter wrinkles. Some are for deeper wrinkles. Like I have this wrinkle right here by my eyebrow that I might Botox, but I don't want to.
No, your face is perfectly fine. Leave it
Well,
alone.
you know me, I would probably have every side effect there is.
That's what I'm saying. So I think my body was built for all these chemical pharmaceuticals.
You can take it all, I will say. You
Yeah.
can take it all and don't seem to have any problems.
No.
So what areas do you Botox?
I do, number 11, right?
In between your eyebrows?
Between my eyebrows. I do the wrinkle at the end
cat's
of my
crows,
eye, the cat's
yeah.
crow.
Yeah.
And around my,
Okay.
around my nosy right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
And my forehead.
And how often do you do it?
Well, I only do it once a year.
Only once a year, huh? And when do you usually do it? Like before the holidays?
Before the holidays or before big events, I'm gonna go. Like I just did mine just because my niece's wedding was just just past weekend. So I did like 3 weeks before that. It takes 2 weeks to 3 weeks to settle down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it swell up or anything?
No. See, I don't have any problem. Some people think like they have bruise from the needles, and I
Wow.
did not have any of that.
Diva, you are set for all pharmaceuticals. You're like the
I'm
perfect
telling
test
you.
subject if somebody wants their pharmaceuticals to pass.
I'm actually gonna sign up for the clinical trial.
Are you?
Yeah, my husband think I'm crazy. I said, no, you are not guinea pig. But I think I will be perfectly fine.
Well, you know what? When you start growing extra antlers, you let me know.
Or extra hair.
Or extra hair. There you go.
Yeah.
So some of the side effects, though, that I have heard of people getting things swelling up and bruising and redness. You can even get an infection.
I know. I heard a lot of bad things, but so far, knock on wood. Well, nothing happened to me yet to slow down.
I had a friend that did it, and her eye drooped.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh. And it took her like
Wow.
weeks and weeks for the eye to come back.
You need to read the review. Whoever's going to inject your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read tons of review. I had to see the result first before I see that. People want to shop, go for cheap. No, cheap doesn't work. You have to pay the price. If you go for cheap, no. That's how you get your eye droop. People in California, they have like lunchtime Botox. If people in Miami do it right in dentist's office.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to be careful for that.
Yeah.
So it's where you go, how much you want to pay. Those are something you don't want to shop for like on sale. No.
Depending on the doctor, whoever's doing it, it could be okay or you could have major problems.
Right.
One of the other side effects, as I know, is people can get blurred vision or a major allergic reaction like I would probably get.
Yeah, no. We don't want to end up in a hospital again.
No more hospitals for me, please. Yeah, so you have to be careful when you're doing any of these kind of treatments for your face. I like to do different types of lasers.
You do?
I've done a halo and I've done a BBL. Now, that doesn't deal with the wrinkles, really. It's more for pigmentation, and it's kind of like a laser version of a chemical peel, if you will. And then I also do lots of facials and hydrofacials and things like that. So I kind of go a little bit more natural than chemicals inside my body.
Yeah, but it's a lot of money.
Well, so is the Botox.
Yeah, the Botox is it works every time. Those is like, you have to keep consistency to it. You got to be consistent. That's the thing.
Things that you can do on a daily basis, too. I think we forget that, you can be consistently doing things on a daily basis. Like retinols are big.
Yeah.
If you want to do daily treatments, you can do different types of retinols. I use vitamin C serum. Have you ever used that?
I'm lazy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was at a cryo conference last week, and one of the big things they were talking about were peptides and for faces and bodies and everything.
Is it really?
Yeah, and there's peptides that you can get that make your skin firmer. It also repairs your skin. It can help with healing. Peptides seem to be all the rage lately.
Yeah?
What they do is they assist cellular action. Your current systems work better, if that makes sense.
Well, I just saw another new line products coming out, especially, I'm Asian, right? The Korean skincare is like huge in our part of the
Even
town.
the Korean masks are huge, too.
Yeah, so I noticed this facial cream I bought is super expensive, by the way. I think it's like $90 from Amazon.
Yeah.
It called snail
masks. Yeah.
And snail moisturizer come in like 3 different kinds. You think I do it? No, I'm too lazy.
Really?
I need to start doing them. I have so many products. Like, I bought them, but then I did it for like 2 times, and then I got lazy.
Yeah. Well, we need to do daily care. I think that's important for our skin. I am the worst offender, though. I really, until I hit 50, didn't really do anything for my skin.
Really?
I did facials once a year, and that was about it. And I never wrinkled. It was just, I'm lucky because I have good genes.
You are lucky.
I didn't really do anything. And I never Botox. So I just never wanted to do any of that stuff.
Yeah, so funny that you talk about like doing natural way and do every day. I go to the sauna, right?
Yeah.
So this girl, she put this oil all over her face, her neck.
Yeah.
And she used this thing, it looked like a scraper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I asked, could we go to after we come out from the heated yoga, and we always end up back to the sauna, do that shower.
Yeah.
And I see her do that every day. Yeah.
So she's exfoliating every day.
Yeah. That's funny you say it's vitamin C. That's all she does. It's a vitamin C oil. It's oil lower. She says, especially your body's very heated. And then she just sit in the sauna room for like 15 minutes.
And her skin looks good?
She is glowing.
Really?
And I know she's about 65 plus because because she's in the Aurora Club, so she gotta be up there.
What's the Aurora Club?
Aurora Club at our gym is for people who older.
Oh,
65
gotcha.
up, I think.
Okay.
And
she looks flawless.
She looks flawless. I'm telling you.
I know people that use coconut oil, and they're just consistent. They use it on their hair and their face, and it consistently keeps their face looking younger.
I'm telling you, I think the key is consistent. And I'm guilty of being lazy. I bought stuff and I use it for 2 times.
You have to create the habit.
Yeah.
And once you create the habit, you'll be doing it more consistently. It's kind of like brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
But you've got to have the habit. Sometimes you just need to stick a reminder in your calendar that once a week you're going to do your dermaplaning. And then once a month you're going to do your microneedling and things like that. So those are things you can do. We'll talk about as well. Hyaluronic acid, which is big lately for plumping. So if you want bigger lips or how you get those dark circles under your eyes when you haven't slept, it'll plump it up so that it doesn't look as dark.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's big lately too.
I bought the snail eye mask.
Did you?
Yeah, I kept in the freezer. Yeah,
do you know what's in that?
No idea.
Okay. There's also niaminoside. I've seen that a lot lately too.
I need to read the back of the jar, see what they have.
Yeah, so niaminoside reduces inflammation, and I know I need that. I think a lot of people need that. The snail mask is phosphate, 3% phosphate, and iron phosphate.
Very slimy. I don't know. So I kept in the refrigerator the mask and the eye mask. what I do when I wake up, drinking my coffee, walk around the kitchen, put things away. So I put that mask first, mainly because it's cold and it felt good to keep me awake.
Okay,
That's what I do.
so here's the full detail on the snail mask. So it's got proteins, enzymes, hyaluronic acid, which we just talked about, copper peptides, which is interesting, antimicrobial peptides, iron, zinc, and proteoglycans.
Huh.
All of those things are really good for skincare, and they put it all together in a mask. Then you wear it for either overnight or for a few hours, and you're all set.
I wear it every morning just because it's nice and cold and keep me refreshed.
And how long do you leave it on for?
I leave it on until I finish my chores, about 30 minutes in the morning.
I usually put a mask on at night and then sleep in it.
Oh, no, I can't. When I sleep, I cannot have anything. Everything comes off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have also seen people use growth factor serums, but I'm always worried about that with promoting cancer. Like it helps with skin growth.
I don't know. So I'm going to stick with this snail thing.
Yeah, I like it.
Huh, I wish I bought more. It's like super cheap too, like 10 for 10 at the Korean grocery store.
Well, and you can get them online on Amazon. These have some cheap ones too. I just got some bubble masks online that's supposed to help with purification. For me, I think I just have a little bit of pigment issues here and there I'd like to get rid of.
Well, I'm 60. I have everything.
Well, one of the other things I just started having done, and sometimes I do myself, is microneedling. Have you ever done that?
Oh, it hurts.
To me, it doesn't hurt at all.
I don't do, well, no. It felt like when the roller thing you told me to
The roller thing, yeah.
Roller, it felt like 20,000 needles.
Do you do it on your body or your face?
I roll that underneath my arm.
Yeah.
I have this sacky thing.
So what it does is it makes little micro injuries on your skin. It's supposed to stimulate collagen really well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like collagen production in whatever area that got injured.
How about the thing that it looked just like the same lady? It's just like 3 legs and she'll hold the top. It has 3 legs.
Oh, that's for getting rid of cellulite.
That's what it is?
Yeah, that's not for stimulating collagen, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw her doing that under arm, under the leg. See, but there's so much work when you want to go naturally, don't you think? Well, just go plastic surgery, nip and tuck, and it's done. Wake up beautiful.
Yeah, you could do that. But, some people don't want to cut their skin off.
It's actually very gotta. That's something that I don't think I do, but I really wanted it. Well, I want to do this.
Your neck. Yeah. I might. My neck it's not perfect. My neck does bother me. And I think a neck is very important because you got so much skin on your neck. It really does change the way you look, youthfully or not.
Mm-hmm. How about the old say they just let it age naturally?
I'm not into that either. I want to stay looking young as long as possible. So
me too.
It's funny though. I do think I look younger each year. But yeah, I think a lot of it's from the inside out, not necessarily from the outside in.
That's another thing. The girls that talk about the skins or that, she said what you eat is very important.
It is.
You have to drink a lot of water.
And vitamin C is very important too. Not just on the outside, but on the inside.
Like taking vitamin C, you mean?
Taking vitamin C. That helps with collagen production as well as vitamin D. D3K2 is one of the most underestimated vitamins that is needed for skin.
I thought you just lay in the sun and you get all that.
Well, you do, but not during the wintertime. And most people don't get enough sun unless they're sunbathing. And then you have the difficulty of, did I just cause more wrinkles than I needed?
That's another my problem, too. I don't keep up with all of those vitamins. Unless it comes in gummies. Is it coming in gummies?
Yes, it comes in gummies.
Okay, I love gummies.
Yes, I know. You love your sugar gummies. We'll have to get you some vitamin D and K2, D3K2 vitamins that are gummies. And they have different flavors, too. And they have them for adults.
How about they have these multiplied gummies for adult? It's just, you take 2 of them, it doesn't cover all of that? No? The multivitamin?
They say that a minimum you need 5,000 IUs of vitamin D a day. If you have an autoimmune, they're now talking that you might need 20 to 30,000 IUs a day.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to talk to your doctor and say, hey, this is what I need. This is my health concerns. What should I specifically be taking? Because they're upping every year. They seem to keep increasing what you need is vitamin D because nobody goes outside anymore.
Yeah. I will say, though, my esthetician told me that water is the cheapest one. You have to drink your water.
Water is great, yes. Yeah. Water, it helps flush toxins and keeps your skin hydrated.
Mm.
Talking about water, there's a thing called a hydrofacial. Have you ever had one?
No. The reason I don't do that because I have lashes on. When I have hydro, my lashes fall off.
Do you have lashes on now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The hydrofacial, it's, I have a little bit of issue with the hydrofacial. It's a machine that puts a chemical on your face. The first one is to like open up your pores, and then they do like a peel, and then they suck out all the dead skin and stuff. And this is a machine. It's like constantly sucking on your face. It's supposed to exfoliate and hydrate in one session.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan because I tend to get pores blocked afterwards, believe it or not. And then I get acne. And, they keep telling me, oh, that's not normal. But every single time I go, doesn't matter who I go to, I have the same problem. They say it's hydrating my face, but I'm like, you're giving me, blocked pores with this.
Maybe you open up your pores more and then...
No, I just think my skin doesn't like the chemical and it reacts to it.
Back to the chemicals.
It's always back to the chemicals.
Maybe it works for me because I'm good with chemicals.
It could be. They are pricey. They're about $175 a facial.
Okay, that's a no already.
Yeah, or more. It depends on where you go. And then if you add like little boosts and things like that or dermaplaning, it can get pricey.
See, to keep up is very, very pricey.
Well,
a
hydrofacial you're only going to do once a month. It's not a weekly thing. It's a once a month thing or once every 2 months. So you're not doing it often. I personally enjoy a good old facial, just a regular old facial where they do extractions and moisturizing, maybe a light chemical peel, a little bit of microneedling, and they do it all. My favorite place, I have a friend that is in Hawaii that she does amazing facials. And she has a place in Austin, Texas now. She just opened as well.
Oh, that's fun.
And she's expanding.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So you got to find a good facial person because everybody's a little different.
Yeah.
So when you find your person, sometimes it's worth traveling.
Yeah, sometimes you have to stick with it. But the lady that takes care of my face, she's been doing it for 12 years.
Yeah.
And that's all she does. No machinery, nothing. Just the good old scrub. I go every month.
So she scrubs, she cleans, she exfoliates, all that stuff.
Yeah, and she take all my hairs out.
I'll have to try your lady.
She's amazing. And everything's by hand, no machinery. Yeah.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But I think I need something stronger though.
I do like the micro needling that my woman does. It's really nice how she does that.
I have to try.
So then there's also chemical peel. So they can do a light chemical peel or a really deep chemical peel, and that helps with texture and pigmentation, kind of like the laser I talked about.
Well, let me tell you about a chemical peel. I experienced it worse.
What happened?
When I turned 30, it's a big package, right? I had a gift certificate.
Mm-hmm.
And this spa is very well known.
Yeah?
Yeah, very well known. We did that. It was like 3 hours thing. But it felt burning when she put it in. And she also had this like crystal ball cold following it.
Mm-hmm.
Rub around your face. And she also gave me one of those cold crystal ball to keep in the freezer and put around your face. Girl, the next day, I have patches all over my face.
Oh, my goodness. So you had a reaction to a chemical.
Yes. And she was like, whatever happened, do not peel it, do not touch it. But it's mad how itch. I never do it again. It still leaves the scar here.
Oh, my goodness. So you got to be careful with chemical peels, too, just like anything.
I would not recommend it. Well, from my personal experience, it might work for you, so.
Yeah. Have you ever done red light?
Red light, I like.
You do on your face?
Yeah.
So they have those red light things. I got one on Amazon that you can actually use. It's curved and you can run it up and down your neck to actually tighten your neck.
I bought that. It comes in like different level, in different colors, blue, green, and then red at the end.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I just got it 2 weeks ago, but we'll see.
That's nice.
Yeah, I know. I still have to use it, though. It's still in the trash.
You're so silly. I've used mine. It's good with inflammation and it helps collagen again. I mean, so red light is one of those nice modalities that it's very affordable. It's more affordable if you own one yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many different red lights you can get too. I don't know the different requirements for different things. And the distance that you keep it away from you depends on what area you're doing too.
My ladies have a mask.
Oh, the red light mask. I've seen those.
Mask. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. Maybe now that you talked about it, next time I see her, I'm going to ask her to use that.
You know what we need to do is we need to do these red lights and do before and after so we can see how much we are actually changing from the red light therapy itself.
But I think, how often you have to do, can you look, the red light therapy?
Red light therapy you can do every day.
Is it really?
Yeah, red light therapy you can do every day.
The key is you have to do it every day. That's the key.
You do. Well, you don't have to do it every day. I think 2 to 3 times a week is enough.
Yeah.
But you can do it every day because I know there are people that do it every day. I think 3 times a week is probably more than enough.
So now, do you have to lube yourself first before you put that thing on, or just
No, you don't lube it at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you just you just run it up and down. You don't even have to have it super close.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it commitment to it instead of carry my phone watching Netflix. You know how you wind down at the end of the night? I'm going to just use that red light.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to see the results. So what I want you to do is take a picture of your neck.
Okay.
I want you to do it 3 times a week for a month and then
Okay.
take a picture again. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
And then we'll post it. Have you ever had an oxygen facial?
No.
Yeah, so oxygen facials are popular now too. I mean, a lot of the places you go to, there's different places that have all these different facials and modalities, but that's more for hydrating skin. It also kind of helps if you have acne.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's good for your skin. I mean, I've seen a lot of good results from people that do oxygen facials. And then there's radio frequency.
What is that?
So that can be more invasive. You know, it's done at like one of those spas or med spas. It tightens your skin and it heats it up, and then that stimulates collagen. So those are non-invasive. You know, Botox is actually considered minimally invasive.
The more frequent you're supposed to do is like 3 months.
Well, it can be. I mean, I don't know. I don't do Botox. Yeah, it says 3 to 4 months is how often you're supposed to do Botox.
Oh, wow.
So every 3 to 4 months, people do Botox. And that's a lot of chemicals to put in your body.
A lot of money, too.
Have you ever done a filler?
No.
I know that's huge lately, especially as we age. So what happens with the face is as we age, we lose fat in our face. And you don't gain it back. And so people's skin starts to droop. And as it droops, people are like, oh, what am I going to do? And they fill it with fat. But you know the biggest thing?
What?
For your face is vitamin D3 and K2, because the part of the drooping is also caused from bone loss. Your face actually starts to droop because you lose so much bone in your face.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bone, muscle, as well as fat. So when you lose bone, muscle, and fat, you start to wrinkle. And that's part of it. It's not just collagen. A lot of people think, oh, I just need collagen and I just need Botox. No, it's not that. It's that you need to increase your bone mass. You need to increase your muscle mass. I have seen these little plastic things you can chew on to tighten your jaw, to help your jawline. So it's bone. People just think it's skin. It's not. It's bone, muscle, and fat too.
Well, I know as you older, you're shrinking. So that's got to be part of your bone.
Well, I know my face seems to get thinner as I get older, but I've lost a lot of weight too.
You lost a lot of weight too.
Fillers are huge. So there's Restylane. I've heard of that in Juvederm. But the fillers are huge.
Really?
People are getting them on their eyes. I've seen that. You can also do PRP. You know what that is?
No.
So I've done that I think I've done almost all these except for Botox. Platelet-rich plasma. Now, I haven't done the injection, because they will inject it under your eyes.
Okay.
And basically what they do is they take your blood and they spin it down to get platelets.
Okay.
And then they inject the plasma back into your body. Now, I've done it on muscle tears, like joint tears, like shoulders and knees and things like that. But I've also done what's called a vampire facial, and that's platelet plasma. So what they do is they spin it down and then they microneedle your face. And then they put the platelet plasma back on your face. So your face is covered in your own blood.
That's from your own blood, though.
Your own blood, yes. You use your own blood. So they draw your blood, they spin it down, they basically slice up your face a little bit with the microneedling, and then they stick the blood on it. Yeah. And your face gets really red and swollen. And that also stimulates collagen as well. And it also boosts your natural growth factors for skin rejuvenation. So it's almost like you're reproducing your face.
Your face. Yeah, that's interesting. That sounds scary, though. It is vampire.
Well, the thing is, you're not supposed to go in the sun for about a week after either. So, and I say always use sunscreen too, but it's still considered minimally invasive.
I think I'll stick with Botox.
Yeah, well, you can. And then there's mesotherapy, which I haven't heard a lot about. I haven't done this modality, but they inject vitamins or enzymes or even, different things into your face. It's supposed to tighten, sometimes hormones.
Right in your face?
Into your face.
Huh.
Yeah. And then you can also get threading done. Have you heard of threading?
Oh, my sister-in-law had that done.
Did she like it?
And she loves it.
Yeah?
Yeah. She had it done when she was on vacation.
Was this in the Philippines?
No, in Laos.
In Laos. Okay.
She has it done and she loves it.
So it lifts your sagging skin, and it's like minimally invasive type of plastic surgery. So you don't have to go in and get your skin cut. They just thread it.
They thread it up. She loves the outcome, especially around her neck and her chin, she said. She looked like 10 years younger. For sure.
The thing about threading is it's minimally invasive.
But it's painful.
It is painful. It only lasts up to 3 years, though. So it's not a forever product.
But I think it's worth it, no?
If I'm going to do that, I'm going to go through pain. I think I would probably do plastic surgery.
That's what I said. If I'm going to go through on a pain and wake up 2 weeks later, it's all healed, then it better be with me forever.
Yeah.
Not forever, like at least 10 years.
You know, speaking about hormones, I've seen there's a big push out there, at least on social media and YouTube and stuff, to use estrogen that you put down there, like the cream, on your face.
Is it really?
It's supposed to help with wrinkles.
Huh.
You got to be careful, though, if you're using estrogen cream, because it can offshoot your hormones, like even if you put it on your face.
Huh.
And people have been using estrogen cream now on their faces. Yeah, Google it sometime. There's so many videos on it lately about estrogen cream, and put it on your face instead of putting it down by your vajayjay.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. A new thing.
A new thing. I think I'll stick with the snail. No, I'm good with that.
I'd rather have a snail on my face than estrogen.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Now let's talk about ultherapy. So this is an ultrasound. I've had ultherapy done. Have you heard of ultherapy?
No.
Well,
I've learned a lot today.
I telling you, I've done so many modalities. As part of kind of my autoimmune healing, I kind of gotten sold by different places to do other stuff too. And I've gotten sucked into a lot of different, and plus, I do like to kind of biohack myself, if you will. So I biohack everything on me. So ultherapy, it's non-surgical. It's a radio frequency, and it goes deep, and it tightens your skin. And people use it for facelifts, and I did it for my neck, and it tightened it a little. Now it's not a permanent fix, but it seems to have worked.
How often you have to do that?
I think you're supposed to do it every couple years. Some people do it yearly, though. I have seen that as well. It's kind of like the laser, right? People do the laser every 6 months. Halo people do once a year. So ultherapy, it can last 1 to 5 years.
I think it's worth it, no?
It might be worth it.
Yeah.
No, there's a little pain.
Oh,
and I know
pain?
you're very sensitive with your face.
Yeah.
There's a little pain. And then there's laser resurfacing. There's a CO2 laser or a Fraxel laser that fixes your tone, your texture, and your lines. And the lasers are becoming, people are using them on their face, and they're also using them down under. The CO2 laser, I hear, is very popular down under lately. People are restructuring the whole vajayjay too. Yeah, the vulva area. Yeah,
I've been through laser hair treatment down there. Then I think I'm good with that. It was painful.
I've done the laser down there. It's not so bad. Your pain tolerance and my pain tolerance are night and day different.
But I would say, though, I could tolerance the Botox. It's about 30 needles around my, whole eyes and my forehead.
I don't think it's a pain thing with me on Botox. I just don't want those chemicals in my body. I don't like to put poison into my body.
It's not poison. It faint away.
It's poison.
Wow. Yeah. Is it really?
Yeah. It's very toxic for the body. It may fade away, but your body has to process it out. So basically, you're putting a severe toxin into your body.
Really?
You didn't know that?
Well, yeah. I didn't know that, but I just don't want to know that.
Okay, so technically it's considered botulism poison. But yeah, it's a poison.
Everything poison. The brain you eat is poison. Leave my Botox alone.
Well, there you have it. Life by Diva Cat.
That's right. Better life chemistry.
Leave her chemicals alone. Yeah, it's a neurotoxin. So yeah, it's like,
whoa, it's only percentage of it.
Okay, well, you keep explaining it away to me, and I'll keep not doing it, and you can keep doing it.
Oh, I love it.
You justify it. You're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's your thing. I'm not going to take it away.
Yeah, my body just meant to build for chemical. Like I said, better life through chemistry.
Well, I like better life through work. And so like for me, I do like a BBL laser.
Too much work.
Yeah. Well, you lay there. It's like you're not working, but you do have to recover from it.
That's true.
I just did that 2 days ago.
Is it really?
Yeah, I did a BBL. Yeah, I did a BBL on my face.
Whatever you do, keep on doing it.
Yeah. Well, I just started doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
All the BBL does is it takes away the pigment. Like freckles, these age spots you get, it'll take those off.
That's why you don't have any of those.
Well, I never really had them before, but I had some freckles.
I was born with these freckles. I don't know.
No, it'll take them off.
Is it?
See, they did my mole, my beauty mark down here once, and it really lightened it too, which I didn't want them to do, but they did it anyway. Yeah. I forgot to tell them not to, and I had already done it. I was like, oh crap, I should have told you not to do it.
Yeah.
I did my chest too. So what it does is at first it makes see these freckles? At first it makes them darker, and then they actually fall off.
Huh. Yeah, I was born with this freckle. Even with my baby picture, when, grow up, the school pictures,
Yeah.
I already have these. But now I think because I'm older, it gets more noticeable, or maybe it's in my head.
Well, you might have age spots too, but that's the way to get rid of age spots is to do like a BBL laser.
How expensive is that?
I don't know. I have a package.
I have to look at.
I think you get like 6 treatments for like $2,000 or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's a no already.
And so then there's also IPL laser. Have you heard of that?
No.
Targets pigment. It also boosts collagen. but it's going to make you red for a little bit. But it gets really like redness. So I like get a rosacea on my cheeks.
Wow.
And that takes it off too.
I saw a commercial about photofacial laser treatment.
I don't know what the photofacial laser is.
Yeah, I saw the commercial on the TV the other day. But they say you have to go to multiple one. It doesn't take care just for one. It's maybe the same thing.
It might be. Yeah, it's an IPL.
Is it what it is?
It's a BBL, IPL.
So it's the
same type of thing.
They just call different names.
Different names, yeah.
Okay.
And then there's also Morpheous 8, and that's microneedling with RF. If you don't like the microneedling from the little rollers you have, you would not be able to handle Morpheous 8. I've done Morpheous 8. I did that on my neck too. I guess I've done a lot of stuff because my neck is really the only thing that bothers me. I also did Morpheous 8 on my arms. And so basically what it does, it's got these prongs. I'm going to get a little graphic. So if you're driving and you get a little nauseous, you might want to pull over. But anyway, it takes these prongs and it sticks it into your body and then it charges it basically with a radio frequency that heats it up.
Wow.
And it kind of feels like you're getting electrocuted in these little areas. My friend Tammy, she hates it because when I come back from it, I have these little, it looks like little holes.
It looks like hickey.
It looks like little holes in my neck and it drives her nuts. She sees it and she actually gets nauseous from looking at my neck. But I did Morpheous 8. It's painful.
Does it itch while it's healing? How long that spot stay there?
It doesn't itch while it's healing.
Okay.
It kind of takes a while. It takes a couple weeks to heal up because the needle's going pretty deep.
Oh,
it is something my friend Tammy, she hated it. She hated watching it. She said it was terrible.
Yeah, the face that I go for my Botox, she also does that. But injection, but I don't know what she injected with.
Well, it's a machine, right? So first it put it on you and it goes inject and then it fires. And then they move it to the next spot, inject, fires. And it goes, and there are women that think they can handle pain and then they go in and they buy a package, which is worse. If you're going to do Morpheous 8, don't buy a package.
Yeah.
Do one first. I bought a package because I have a huge pain tolerance. But when I got it, I was like, ow, that really does hurt. But she said one woman was screaming the whole time. She couldn't even finish because it was so painful. And they do numb it. So they do spend you numb with the numbing cream for like an hour, but you still feel it.
Yeah.
Because it goes in deep, right? No. So it goes in pretty deep. And then but it does tighten. I will say I had a lot looser skin here and it lasts. So I do like the Morpheous 8. It lasts for a while. I think that eventually I will probably have my neck tightened through plastic surgery, but for now it seems to work.
Yeah, whatever you do is working.
Yeah.
I think I can't take that pain. Can they put you to sleep while they're doing it? Maybe much better.
Sleep while you're doing it. The old therapy, I think, lasts a little longer. But that's deep tissue, too. I mean, it's not... a lot of these energy-based treatments, if you will, they're painful. And you just got to deal with it, or you just go the old route of plastic surgery.
Or drink a lot of water.
Drink a lot of water. Well, that's lifestyle, right? So let's talk lifestyle for a second. So some people are doing hormone replacement therapy because a lot of your skin texture is based on hormones.
Yeah, you lose everything after you age.
And when you go through menopause, right?
Oh my God, menopause. Yes. Scared about that.
So a lot of people are doing hormone replacement therapy, again, putting estrogen on their faces, but they're also doing it to make their skin thicker and improve skin elasticity.
Wow. Never thought of it.
Yeah. Do your research. Ask your doctor. Find out what works best for you. Have you ever supplemented with collagen?
I drink that collagen powder with my coffee every morning.
Yeah, that helps too.
They said if you eat chicken feet, it also helps. That's a straight collagen.
Collagen helps and vitamin C helps again, as well as vitamin D. So there we are. Back to those three things. You take those three things, it's going to help a lot.
Yeah, I already drink my collagen with my coffee every morning, so I'm going to add the other two.
Vitamin E helps too. I've seen a lot of vitamin E serums.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And probably maybe taking vitamin E orally, like a topiramate or something like that would help.
Right, I remember growing up, I'm clumsy. I always have a cut here and there. My mom's always give me that vitamin E.
Vitamin E. It helps with the scars, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe...
Oh, the laser treatments, the IPLs also help with scarring. So if you have like a scar that you want to get rid of, let's say you do the arm treatment. Let's say you go in for plastic surgery, you do the arms, and you have that line under your arm after you get your skin tightened on your arms. They can laser that too to lighten the scar.
I have to look into that photo laser.
The IPL laser, yeah.
Laser, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same. It's not going to be the same thing with chemical peel, isn't it?
Oh, no.
It's like a little zap to your skin.
The IPL is not as painful as the Morpheous 8, I will say. You still feel it, though. If you don't like laser treatments down below, because that's a form of an IPL, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like laser treatments in your vaginal area, if your face is as sensitive as your vaginal area, you're not going to like laser treatments. So again, any laser treatments that you're doing or any energy treatments, I recommend just doing one. Make sure you're okay with it.
Yeah, maybe a little spot first. Yeah.
And then if you want to buy a package, do. But don't go in and buy a big package of 10 and then find out. Because a lot of the places that you buy from won't let you get a refund.
Right. And they try to sell you the whole package.
They do. But I would say go and try one and say, I'll buy the package if I like it.
Right. That's how I do it. And you're not supposed to be out in the sun for a couple of weeks.
No, you're not supposed to go for a couple weeks after. You're not supposed to do anything else to your face. That's why I'm wearing a hat. That's why I'm wearing my hat everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
But diet and nutrition is important too, right? Because the beauty comes from the inside out. One of the big things is, you've got antioxidants you need to take, and omega-3 fatty acids are big as well. And if you don't take some of these things, and then the vitamin C, the vitamin D, the D3, K2, those types of things are really good to help your skin health as well.
So when is the best time to take all this? Vitamins in the morning, at night?
Well, it depends on the
out?
Supplement, right?
Oh, okay.
I take vitamin D throughout the day. I'll do some in the morning and do some at night.
I see.
Yeah. And there are supplements out there that are called Skin Health. You actually can get them on Amazon. I don't know how great they are, but it's called Skin Health. And it has all of these little things in one supplement. But it's not a gummy.
No.
Yeah.
It gotta be a gummies.
You and
I
your
can't
gummies.
swallow. It's like a horse pill.
That's what your husband said.
Yeah. I don't do that, period. That's gross.
Oh my goodness.
Have you seen those pills the size of your thumb? There's no way in hell I'm going to swallow
I
those
can swallow all pills and other things too.
That we know. TMI.
Yeah, I can swallow other things too, and horse pills and...
Oh my God. Yes. Oh no.
Here's the big thing that people don't realize how much this is one of the most important things for your skin health. Decreasing your stress, which is why I think I look younger, right? I've decreased my stress abundantly, and sleep.
Oh, I love my sleep. I could sleep like 12 hours a day, no problem.
Yeah,
3
so
hours
you
nap,
get your
and I still could sleep.
You get your sleep, and you decrease your stress, your skin on your face is going to look better.
Oh yeah, when you decrease your stress, you don't have stress or very little stress. You already look so much better anyway.
Well, this wrinkle here by my eyebrow, I never had until after I got divorced, so I call it my divorce wrinkle.
Tell you the truth though, I don't even notice that till you point it out.
Well, you have one too.
Right here?
Yeah.
Well, I think I had it ever since I was born.
So it tends to come when you focus on stuff and your forehead gets crossed.
I squinch my eyes a lot.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, I see it a lot. I see it on people in their 20s too, but I didn't have it until I got divorced because I look back on pictures and that's my only wrinkle.
I think mine come from when my eyes start to go bad. Instead of go get an eye check or get a readers, I kept doing this.
We'll have to figure out how to get rid of it because I don't know if you can tighten it enough or maybe get a brow lift that it would take away because it's really deep. It's a really deep wrinkle.
Right here.
Yeah.
And this is my bone.
Yeah, it's right between the eyebrows. So I know a lot of women have it. So if you guys know on how to get rid of that really deep wrinkle between your eyebrows, please let us know on the podcast. Just message us.
Yes, shoot us some email.
That would be great.
That'd be great. No filler though. I won't do filler there.
So I don't think it's a filler. I think it's a Botox thing actually. So you could Botox it away.
Yeah, that's not gonna it's not gonna make my eyebrow not gonna be left sided, isn't it?
No,
it's because only one side.
You'd have to get a really good person that knows how to handle that. But I think it would work. I mean, you just have to work it out.
Yeah, although my Botox lady told me that I need to come more often instead of like once a year.
For every 3 to 4 months is what they said for Botox.
Yeah, but they all say that, no? Yeah, we'll see.
Let's kind of go over some of the pros and cons if we can.
Okay.
We talked about retinols. That's kind of the gold standard lately. Everybody's using retinols.
It makes my skin pale.
It can cause dryness. Yeah. And it can also cause photosensitivity. People don't realize you put retinols on, you should be going out in the sun. Yeah. It can also make your face sensitive and cause age spots because you're going to be more photosensitive. A lot of these treatments that people use, they don't realize all the different side effects. It's even from the over-the-counter stuff that you're going to have.
Right.
I mean, I know people take vitamins and they think, oh, it's just a vitamin. It's not going to cause a problem. And then they have a major reaction. And like vitamin C serum, it can irritate your skin. You can have an allergic reaction to that.
Oh, wow. Even vitamin C?
Even vitamin C. So people have different reactions. I mean, come on, look at me. I'm allergic to chocolate.
Oh, I love chocolate.
If I get cocoa butter on my skin and there's it in a lot of different creams, I would break out in a rash.
So no chocolate facial for you? Or
no chocolate facial for me.
Or no Diet Coke?
And no Coca-Cola.
Yes.
No,
Oh, wow.
not for me. And some of these results are temporary too. I think people think that, oh, I'm going to put like some type of serum or peptide on my face and it's going to be long lasting. And a lot of times it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
One of my friends that has gone under the knife, we'll call her Diva Nat or Diva Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
And she has done a lot of different plastic surgeries. Well, she says plastic surgery is the way to go because it's the only thing that's permanent.
You know what they said? Plastic surgery a lot cheaper than therapy.
Well, I did the therapy too. You know me, I'm doing the work. So
Yeah, you do all the work.
all these modalities, they're more like Band-Aids. They're not permanent
that's
fixes.
true.
Everything from the Botox to the retinols to the old therapy, the laser therapy, all that stuff is kind of a Band-Aid. Now, I do think that lasers have their place because it's a pigment thing too, like the IPL. But there's a lot of these things that they just won't work for us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like microneedling, the Morpheous 8 is there to tighten. It's more expensive. So the Morpheous 8, I think, is like $1,000 a treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And you have downtime and it swells up and it's red and you get these little holes in your skin for a little bit and you can get infections from it. I think that the best way to go is to really work on your hormones.
Yeah, from inside out.
From
That's
inside
right.
out. Make sure you're taking collagen internally.
Uh-huh.
Make sure you're hydrated with the water that we had talked about.
Uh-huh.
And get lots of sleep and decrease your stress.
I think that's the
number one.
thing,
That's your
one.
foundation,
Right,
right?
foundation.
So if you think about that's the stuff, the minimal stuff you have to do. And here's the thing. A lot of times we say this for women, but men need to do it too.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I can't tell you how many times I see a man
Mm-hmm.
and they are so wrinkly.
Because they don't worry about
They don't
themselves
take
like
care
that.
of themselves and they look so old.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, but it's a turnoff.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think men need to start taking care of their skin. Or they get like really big pores on their nose. Have you seen that? Or
Oh
they
my
never
God.
get a facial.
That drives me nuts.
I'm like, dude, go get a facial.
Yeah.
Take care of your skin. Clean your skin.
Yeah.
Moisturize your skin. Do some basic stuff. Now, I'm not trying to emasculate men. I really am not.
Yeah.
But your skin ages just like ours.
Right, but some men think if they do stuff like that, they're not real men.
No, you're still a real man.
Yeah, that's what I
You
said.
can get a facial. You can get a pedicure. Just don't paint your nails a color.
Right.
There's things you can do as a man that still make you a man.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of self-care too.
Right, clean your blackhead around your nose.
Oh, yeah.
That's normal.
That's normal. Yeah.
Yes.
So I would say a man probably needs to get a facial at least once a quarter.
At least.
And at least a pedicure once a month.
Oh, pedicures.
Because men, your feet are terrible.
Oh, my God, yes. Oh,
Or they
no.
get like fungus on their toes.
Oh, that's gross me out.
I see so many men taking pictures on Facebook, sticking their feet on Facebook. I'm like, dude, they like, oh, look, I broke a toe. I'm like, oh, no, you've got fungus all over your nails.
Oh.
Isn't that gross?
You know that's contagious.
Yeah. All in the men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. And up.
That is gross.
So that's the thing is there's natural ways to fix that too. There's like an apple cider vinegar remedy for that. And there's different remedies.
So many.
But you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, go get a pedicure.
And here's the thing. I think ladies, we have to help them.
Oh, yes. That is a must.
We have to help them because they don't know.
No, they don't know.
And it's okay. We may not know our way around working on a car.
That is true.
But they help us, right? So
Right.
we can help them. And you don't have to force it, but say, honey, let's go get a facial together.
Yeah.
And you can go at the same time. Or, I know men love massages. Men are all okay with massages. Although I will say that I've dated some guys that won't let a man touch them for a massage. They have to be massaged by a woman.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's very common.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Now then, think of it. Yeah.
You should take a man and say, let's go get a facial. And it's good for men, and it's going to be a different type of facial.
Yeah.
It's usually less anti-aging. It's more deep cleansing and hydrating because men don't hydrate their skin.
No, they don't.
And this will help. I mean, if a guy could go monthly, I don't think a lot of men will, but if you could get him to go once a quarter and help their skin, it's helpful. And, a lot of men do develop skin cancer on their faces.
Yes, they do. Sometimes they have right in their forehead.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my friends actually is suffering with that right
So
now.
a lot of times these facials, people that do facials, they're
They
not going
know,
to diagnose, but they could point you, hey, you need to go see a dermatologist about this.
Yeah. They know.
There's different things you can do as far as facials, et cetera, for men.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's so very, very important that men start to take care of themselves, especially if they want to date women like us.
Yeah.
We're
we
high
take
value
care-
women. We take care of ourselves.
That's right. And why not them?
The funny thing is since we were on the dating thing,
Mm-hmm.
men have always thought, well, if I just make money, that's what I provide for a woman. But things have changed.
Oh, no.
And women are looking at men. Men look at women as they need to be pretty. We're supposed to look like their jewelry.
Right.
Like we're supposed to look good, so it makes them look good, if you will.
Yeah, the old say, the first impression.
The first impression, yes. However, it's becoming more and more that men are there to make us look good too. If you have a man that looks like crap and he doesn't take care of himself and his skin is saggy, men even are dyeing their hair now, right? So
yes.
If you take care of yourself, you're much more likely to get a high value woman.
Oh, yeah. Although I love salt and pepper hair, though.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
I just like it when a man takes care of his skin.
I think so, too. I do. Not I think so. I know so.
I don't like it when a man is clammy. Like,
like
wet skin.
Yeah,
but I also,
raggedy look or that dirty.
Yeah, or they sweat and their hands sweat too much. I don't like the clammy skin, but I also don't like the super dry skin that men get.
Yeah.
So the massages are great. And the thing is if your guy doesn't want to go to a spa, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can also do it at home with them.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if I would be extracting my boyfriend or husband's pores, but you can help him massage his body, his skin, help him use some face cream, different types of retinols, maybe vitamin C.
Yeah.
Get him on a skincare regimen. There's a lot of new products out there for men because men are starting to take care of themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
And they need to.
They need to.
They need to, especially since a lot of men are realizing that I want a woman that also makes money.
Yeah.
I want a woman that is a true partner.
Uh-huh.
Then, men, you need to show up as a true partner.
Right. So I think if you work them together, you're going to end up be like very powerful couple.
You could. And one of the things I keep telling people, before you start that, would you date you?
You know what? You had the point there.
Would you date you? Some people say, I want a perfect body and I want somebody to be smart and wealthy. Well, the question is, would you date you? Are you in a good enough shape?
Right.
Does your skin look good? Does your face look good? Does your hair look good? Does your personality good? I mean, you can go down the list.
Yeah.
But would you date you? And if your skin is saggy all over your face, it's not going to be as attractive. And if you're looking to attract a really high quality man, you're going to have to work on your face.
Yes, I agree.
People don't realize that you have to make yourself as beautiful as you can because men are very visual.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And women are becoming more visual. And women like to have eye candy on their arms as much as men like to have eye candy on theirs.
We all are.
We do. So if you have a man that's out of shape or a man that doesn't take care of his skin or doesn't want to get his hair colored or whatever and doesn't work on himself, it's very unattractive.
No, yeah, I don't like that.
And so people are growing. I mean, we're just growing and expanding into like new areas with this.
I think this is new generation of
It's
stuff.
new. It's been probably in the last 30 years, though. It's not that new. Like, I'll go to a spa. There'll be men in the waiting room waiting to get facials. I do go to pedicures. I've taken both my kids. They're men. They're boys.
They're boys.
For pedicures, and they love them.
Yeah.
And men love pedicures, ladies. If you want to give your boyfriend or husband gift, give them a pedicure.
Yeah.
Now, have them go when it's not very crowded. Because I will say when it's crowded, it's all women jibber-jabbering, drinking a glass of champagne or drinking a glass of tea or whatever. Take them in the morning when it's slower, but go with them. Do couples pedicures. And they will learn to love it. It will help them. Now, if they do have toe fungus, have them get that treated first.
Yes.
But you should help them with, their crow's lines. I mean, or crow's feet. I can't tell you how many men have terrible crow's feet and they do nothing to their skin.
That just gross me out.
Oh, men do love those masks too, those snail masks. Have you tried one with your husband?
Oh, my boy loves getting their facial.
Does he?
They go regularly to get their blackhead around their nose.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah, they go regularly. At night, like sometimes Friday night I put them on. They love it.
They do.
Because it just felt good, those snail.
It does.
It's cold right out from refrigerator. It make you feel really good.
It does. Well, and here's the other thing. I mean, your nose looks flawless. You don't look like you have any blackheads at all.
Because I do it every month.
Yeah.
Yeah, my whole family be like light up.
She does extraction. So the extraction is basically what they do is they take out any clogged pores or blackheads or whiteheads.
And I don't know why it's always happen around your nose, you know?
Well, it's the T-zone, right? So it's your forehead, your nose, and your chin. It's called the T-zone. That's where you produce the most oil. So that's where those pores tend to get clogged. I don't know the scientific reason behind it, but that's the reason. That's the areas, your forehead, your nose, and your chin.
Yeah. I make them take care of their own feet and their own hand, but for the blackhead extraction, the facial, they go every month.
You know, and you could give your partner a pedicure. I mean, they have those foot baths.
Yeah,
I just don't want to mess with my partner's feet. I'm not that into it.
No, I don't like that.
I would say it's something that should have to definitely be done. I know a lot of people are working on their jawline too. Have you seen those V-slimming shaped
I saw that. It looked like a sling and hold to your ear.
Yeah, I don't know if those work or not. I have seen a lot of facial structures for that as well.
Should we try?
We should.
We should take a picture before and try it for a month.
You know what we should do is we should do it for a month before our cruise.
Yeah.
For the next month, we should do that. And then we'll take a picture and we'll show everybody what it looked like.
We should start now. Take the before pictures.
We should.
And then by the time we go on the cruise, and we
will do that. And we'll post it on our website.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to try.
Okay. So if you ever want to go to our website, it's thedivadetails.com. And at you got to use the word the Diva Details.
Right.
And then we also have all the podcasts there. So if you want to catch up on any past episodes, you can do that there as well. So
yeah, we should totally do that.
So Botox, though, you know what I've heard is it's really good for now is jaw clenching. So if you grind your teeth at night, they're doing Botox injections to make so you don't grind your teeth. It's actually helping your teeth.
You know what? I had to wear mouth guard because I grind my teeth.
Well, have you tried Botox in your jaws?
Where
your team J is?
This is first time I heard.
Yeah, I'll get you the contact information for a nurse that does it. They do injections of Botox in their jaws.
I know my cousin, she had migraines, so she get her
They do it for migraines as well, yeah. So there's uses for Botox.
Yeah, not just for
medical uses, just not just, cosmetic uses. So, it's the other thing is I really have dry eyes, and I know Botox is one of the things. It can cause more dry eyes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Now, you were saying that people do it like for lunch. I don't know if I would do that. I think
they have lunchtime Botox,
I really think you need to go to somebody that's good, though.
Yeah, I know.
So what happens is they inject the needle into the muscle, and it actually kills that part of the muscle. So if you do Botox too much, you can get Botox face where nothing moves.
Yeah, they freeze it, your forehead.
I'm not into that.
I made my lady put numb medicine all over where she's going to inject it.
I'm just not into that. The fillers, so here's the places they're doing fillers now. In your lips.
Oh, that just so painful.
I have heard that that's out of style. The big fat lips are now out of style. The big booty butts are coming out of style as well. So if you got a BBL, it's not as popular anymore. People are trying to slim down their butts instead of make them bigger now.
Is it really?
They still want the curve to it, but they don't want the width.
You have to do a lot of squat.
Yeah, so do a lot of exercises. So, it's funny that some of these things that people did, they can't reverse.
I was going to ask, when they inject the filler on the lip, can they reverse it?
Well, the thing with the filler is your body starts to break it down. It's not a permanent thing. So if you do have lip fillers, over time, it will go away. It usually only lasts about 6 to 18 months anyway. So
you just stop doing it and it fades away.
It fades away. And then you have to worry about once it fades away, you still have less fat there because your body overcompensates. So people get in their cheeks and then they stop doing the filler and then they look like a skeleton. Yeah. So be careful with some of these modalities because you're going to get them done and then you're going to think, oh, I got this modality done, so I should be okay. But no. And people do it on their eyes, and then they get like big, after they stop doing the fillers, then they have like these really big indentations under their eyes.
Yeah, because you already stretch your skin out. You have to keep doing it.
You do. And it kind of pushes your fat to the side too, so then it mushes your fat down. So just be careful. A lot of these things people think, oh, it's non-invasive. It's just, over the counter or it's temporary. Some of these things aren't temporary.
They're not temporary.
And if you do Botox, it can cause permanent changes to your face.
I know. They said, so practically even you look like you raise your eyebrow. You feel like you raise your eyebrow, but it doesn't look like you do because it freezes it.
Well, there's people that don't just do fillers. There's people that actually take fat as well and inject it into their face. That's a more permanent, and they take it out of fatty places like your butt. So then you're an ass face. But people do.
I hope it's your own fat.
It's your own fat, yeah. Otherwise you could go through injection on your fat too because chemical. Well, anyway. So, but yeah. And then you can also do like calcium fillers too. People do that. So fillers are a big thing. I think the fat transfer is probably the best.
The fat transfer?
Fat transfer. If I was going to do a filler, that's what I would do, is I would do a fat transfer, because then it's your own stuff and it's not chemicals. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Hey, but you know how at the clinic, they when you go your tummy tucks and stuff, what they do with all those fat? Wonder they turn to be all
Yeah,
these
you can take the fat. Listen to this. And I know we're not talking about body right now, but just to give you an idea, you can take the fat, you can put it in your face. You can take the fat, you can put it in your breast.
Wow.
Instead of doing instead of moving the nipple and doing a breast implant. I mean, you could still move the nipple and do a breast lift, but you can actually have it'll take you up a cup size.
Oh, wow.
I've actually done the research.
But they said the big boobs and stuff,
big boobs are out as well. So the whole fake Barbie doll over obnoxious areas are out.
Yeah, you know what's the most attractive looking? Like, you're nice and fit, you healthy.
That is what is now in style.
Yeah.
So fit, nice abs, not too big of arms, not too small, but you defined arms, defined abs, defined legs and butt is now the new style.
I think that's hot.
Yeah, well, I think that's always been hot.
Yeah.
They say it's in style, but I think it's always been hot.
Yeah.
So, and it's for women and for men.
You just look very healthy, you know?
You look very healthy. It's like a swimmer's body is a good example, or a fitness or a fitness competitor. Someone that lifts weights and doesn't go overboard is a nice, healthy look.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and I think, again, you have to lift weights. Yeah, so there's side effects with everything. There's
even side effects with lift heavy weight.
Yeah, there's side effects with lifting heavy weights too. But there's side effects with everything you can do on your face. And like, you can get swelling, bruising for most of this stuff, redness. All of these things can cause inflammation. It can mess with your eyes too.
Oh, wow.
So you have to understand that a lot of these treatments that people are doing can have temporary results, can have permanent results, and can have lots of side effects. And when you do them, you have to take that into consideration.
Yeah, definitely.
Going forward, if you're going to make a decision on doing a treatment, you really need to do your research up front.
Read a lot of research.
Get your research done. So, for instance, even sunscreen can cause allergic reactions.
Oh, yeah, I know for sure, because it happened to me, actually.
Did it?
Yeah, the sunscreen. I get red patches everywhere. I was like, what is this? This is like in Mexico, Cabo.
Yeah.
So I thought because of sunscreen that I buy from the hotel.
Well, and some sunscreens are bad for the ocean too. Like, I know if you go to like Mexico and Hawaii, some places, and they don't allow certain types of sunscreens in because the chemicals are bothering the reefs. And I'm like, well, if it's affecting the reef, how is it affecting my internal organs?
Yeah, I get red patches everywhere.
Yeah. So you have to be careful with that too. Anything you put on your body, you can have allergic reaction to. Anything you put in your body, you can have allergic reaction to.
For sure, you have to look at it.
You do have to look at it. You have to make sure that you do what's best for you. But hopefully, I mean, this has kind of been our podcast related to non-invasive and minimally invasive stuff. We'll cover plastic surgery in the future as well as some body treatments.
Yes.
But at least we kind of get an idea of things that people are doing. The goal, I think, is to stay looking younger, but do it in a healthy way.
Right.
And if you can do that, you're benefiting yourself. And I do think men need to do more of it. I think that women need to do more of it. And because I think we're going to live longer too.
You have to live longer in a healthy way and look good.
Exactly. So it starts with the inside, you work your way out, and then you can do the modalities as needed.
Yeah.
And remember, it takes some time for even the non-invasive stuff to show. So like, for instance, if you do Morpheous 8, you're not even seeing results for like 4 to 8 weeks.
Well, Botox, it takes 2 weeks to set in.
So it's not, none of these things are magic pills.
No.
You don't see these things happen overnight.
Just have to be consistent if you start to do anything.
You need to be consistent and you need to be patient. Patience is key with this because you're not going to have an immediate result.
No, it's not. Nothing happened overnight.
Nothing happens overnight.
So, yeah.
Well, that's all I got. What about you? Do you want to talk about anything else, Diva Cat?
I think that's all I got. We cover Botox. That's all I know.
Yes, Diva Cat loves her Botox. I think she's mentioned it on almost every podcast since we started.
I do.
She loves her Botox. Diva Mia hates Botox.
Right. We are like two opposite ways talking about this.
That's why we do so well on our podcast, because we're two opposites of the same coin.
Right. But we have the same goal.
We do. The same goal, and I can tell you the natural way.
Yeah. I could tell you the chemical way.
Yeah.
Although not chemical pill, though. I have bad experience with chemical.
You know, just because you're good with some chemicals doesn't mean you can handle all.
That's true.
And I think a lot of the stuff people put on their skin, I mean, besides the chemical peels, can also cause problems too. So you have to be careful with just like different types of lotions, etc.
That's true. That is so true.
And I recommend you get stuff that doesn't have paraffins in it, right?
Mm-hmm. Natural way.
Natural way.
Mm-hmm.
Try to make sure you do stuff that's not cancerous, and try to use things that will help your skin, not destroy your skin.
Yes, and hydrate. Lots of water.
Lots of water. Well, this is Diva Mia.
And this is Diva Cat.
We hope you have a wonderful week. We're signing off. Till next time. Ciao, ciao.
Later.
Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment. We love hearing from you. Visit thedivadetails.com to connect. See you next week for more.
Diva Details podcast and website are intended solely for informational and entertainment purposes. The content provided does not constitute professional, medical, financial, or legal advice. We are not licensed medical practitioners, financial advisors, or legal professional. Always consult with a qualified healthcare provider for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Any financial topics discussed are based on personal opinions and experience and should not be considered professional advice. The content provided does not constitute legal advice. The Diva Details and its affiliate contributors and guests are not liable for any losses or damages arising from the use of our content. The opinions expressed in the podcast are solely those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated organization, sponsors, or partner. All facts discussed in the podcast are researched and accurate to the best of our knowledge at the time of recording. Information may change over time. No guarantees are made regarding the accuracy, completeness, or reliability of any statements or opinions presented. It is the responsibility of the listener to verify any and all facts that may influence their decision. This podcast is for information and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice.